Hello, hello, my people. Hello, and welcome back to the Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video. And today we are going to be discussing. Sorry, because my thing just started playing. But we are going to be discussing and talking about Newcastle United. As you know, I like to bring on other fans from all different clubs. We speak about their clubs. We speak about what they're doing right at the moment, what they're doing wrong, what they can do to improve where they are at the moment as well. And what a team to pick other than Newcastle United, who have gone under new ownership. They've brought in new owners. They've brought in a new manager. They've got basically trying to build the club from the ground up, because unfortunately their last owner was not treating the club out it's supposed to be treated. And I have a respect for Newcastle fans because they are loyal. They stood with their club through everything, and did not give up until the new owners came. And that can only be said for them. I don't think it can be said for certain other fan bases, i.e., one that plays up north and is dressed in the colours of red and plays in Old Trafford where toilets don't work. But either way, I'm going to invite my guest who is going to be representing Newcastle, Mr. Speckz. Speckz, how's it going, my bro?
Come on, brother. Your London embracing Geordie Dreads, you feel me?
Like, big up
Geordie
your-
Dread, Geordie Dread TV and that, you get what I'm saying? But I
man.
like what you said in your intro when you said about fans. Well, you said fans being loyal, but you're not gonna
Yeah,
change club anyway. Once you fall in love with your club, that's it, bro.
exactly.
But it got to the point where it was painful for years and it got redundant where it's just like
Mm.
just had to just it is what it is, bro. Just
Yeah.
like every week, you're gonna lose, or there's nothing ambitious. But the club, man, the fans, especially the born and bred Geordies, you just love it, bro. Like so, and bro. I've seen the ups and downs from the Keegan days. You get me? So
Mm.
yeah, man. I'm here, man. I'm here representing, man.
Nah, big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. And listen, guys, Specs' channel, it will be in the description, so you can just click on his link and it will take you straight to his channel. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel, like his content. He's got very good content that he puts out there. I've watched loads of his videos, so please make sure to go over there, subscribe to him, like his videos, and also drop a like on this video. Drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel. We're bringing you content nearly every single day, so please make sure to subscribe to this channel and like the video. But Specs, I just wanna ask you to start off. I just want to speak about what your reaction was to the new owners originally coming in, Eddie Howe coming in as well, just because obviously he came in as a new manager. Steve Bruce had left. I think there was a mutual consent, wasn't there, with Steve Bruce and the ownership where he left. But what was your reaction overall to it, to the whole change and everything?
Well, just starting on Eddie Howe, I've always been a big fan of him.
Mm.
Always took a liking to him anyway. So even before any takeover talks or any little whispers here and there, I always thought while we was down in the doldrums, even though he got relegated, it's weird. I was still a big fan of him. There's weird circumstances, COVID, certain players left before the season finished because obviously he got extended, blah blah blah, likes of Fraser, etc. etc. But there's something about him, man. Like you can't just delete the fact that the guy came into Bournemouth when they were literally gonna go out of business and literally just go out just out of the leagues and just be a finished club. You get me?
Mm.
Little old Bournemouth, and he had no experience. He's an injury prone player, and um the chairman at the time of Bournemouth was just like, look, man, we've got to try something. He was up for it, him and Tyndale. And bruv, look, man, he's had back-to-backs promotion. Yes, he left Bournemouth, went to Burnley, didn't really work out, he was homesick, etc. Come back to
Mm.
Bournemouth, made him a stable club for a decent period. Good players that come out of that club. And
Mm.
yeah, man, so first of the takeover, first heard whispers about it, and then that was like years before it actually happened, and then it kind of went away.
Mm.
Then I started hearing noise again, and all the pundits were forget the political side, but everyone's against it. Like it can't happen. But because of the political side, and remember like the likes of Simon Jordan, etc. And I started believing him. But Amanda Stabley was like, nah. She come and talk sport and said, nah. Amanda, you think this sounds? It will happen. I never forget when she said that. This will happen. We will take it over like soon. And it was like, no, it can't happen. But then we find out deep down, apparently, Saudi own apparently had to pay off certain, call it a fine to all the, you know, like all the piracy and all that stuff around the world. And then that Richard Masters guy who runs the Premier League said, you know what, now we can run it through. But no one knows the actual details behind the scenes. At the time he said, you're not fit and proper. And all of a sudden, it was good to go. And it's still controversial today. But when it happened, gas, bro. Absolutely gas. Because my Ashley, man, bro,
It was
as much as, bro,
a plague, man. It was bad.
Like, it's mad, yeah, because as much, like, even though he messed up, it worked out in the end for us. We got bought for 300 mil, and the club weren't left in much debt, so we could spend not much as we want to, because we can spend whatever we want, but we can't. FFP. So luckily, the club wasn't in debt. That's the only thing. But he acts like that was him doing that out of love. You get me? It's just a business thing, bruv. Like he wasn't bothered about what the fans saying. He never spoke to the fans or the media for years. Do you get what I'm saying? He came up with that wild statement saying, I can't compete with Man Cities and all that, when no one said that. All we wanted was a club trying with ambition and a club trying. Do you get what I'm saying? But come on, bruv. We had the likes of Joe Kinnair. People forget about that, bro. Man bought in Joe Kinnair, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
The thing is, for me, it's crazy how he was running the club, and it felt like he was running the club like how you run a business, you know, in regards to certain moves he made, especially the Sports Direct move. That was, I feel like that was disrespectful to the fans, disrespectful to the heritage of the club,
the era alone, Newcastle alone.
Exactly. It did not make sense to change it just for money, because you have to understand you build a certain heritage in the club, you build memories and stuff like that. So to change the stadium name and to change the sponsorship, and it's just, there's certain clubs you can't do that. Anfield, you can't do that. Yeah. Old Trafford, you can't do that. St. James's Park, you can't do that, because these stadiums have built such a name.
History.
For us, it's okay because we moved into a new stadium.
All right, then.
If you moved into a new stadium, I think it's different, because if you move to a new stadium, then they call it a brand new name. Then you have to be like, okay, so this is another stadium. But for you to think, that's like someone coming out to me, we're at Highbury, and they automatically go and call it the Tesco's.
Madness, bro.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So a lot of moves I think he done were a bit iffy.
Bro, he's wrong, bro. Bro, I don't want to swear, but he was like draining, like just the soul of the club. Like remember, it got to a point where people were calling us a nothing club because there's nothing going on. Like, and that's why, you know what, I got to big up to all the some of the Newcastle, the original ones, content users, because they were going up and down, bro, home and away, watching drab after drab, knowing they're going to see drab after drab. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, bro, like there was nothing going on. Like it's just disgusting. Like when we had Alan Pardew, which not everyone was happy about, there was some, like, to get me, where we finished 5th, had Demba Ba, Pape Cisse, Ben Arfa, Kabayi. That was little French thing going on, and then he just sold everyone, didn't replace them, and we thought, nah, this guy is taking the mick. I remember it was him that sat, if I'm correct, it was him that, I think it was him, I'm not sure, that got rid of Bobby Robson. I think it was him, or along them lines, or when it was the Chris Hughton one was a bad one as well, but it worked out in the end for a little bit because he bought in Pardew, but I gave him a 7-year contract, all kind of madness, bro. Like, then the whole Benitez thing, and then, yeah, man, he was bad, bro. But once the takeover happened, I'm not gonna lie, put the political side, you can put there's all these arguments about human rights and blah blah blah. It's a blah blah blah, but at the same, that's the next thing. But at the same time, I'll go into it a little bit. The same people crying out for human rights and this and that are the same people buying their oil to put in their car, bro. And the same
Exactly.
people, you get me? So let's have a balance here, innit? So, but that's another conversation. But
Mhm.
yeah, man, I was gassed, bro. And I'm surprised how quick we're way ahead of schedule. Way
Mhm.
ahead of schedule, bro.
And you
Like,
know what? That's I think that's a conversation as well to have how quick it happened. How quick you guys went from because I expect they this is why I kind of admire and have respect for the ownership because they came into Newcastle and let's face it, these guys are the overall as a collective are the richest in the league by a hefty amount. I think it's billions. I think it's hundreds of billions.
no, they're
So
gone clear, bro. Yeah.
so the fact that they're one of the richest owners overall as a collective, as a consortium, they could have come in. They could have said, right, we're going to spend the most we can on making this stadium, fixing the stadium properly. We're gonna build a brand new stadium from scratch, and then we're gonna move Newcastle to a new stadium. We're gonna make loads of jobs for the Newcastle people. We're gonna do that ASAP. We're gonna start pumping money into the club ASAP. Do a similar thing to big up Hassan. Man, Hassan just coming out of nowhere. Big yourself up, broski. But they obviously they came in, they said, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to pump the money into the club and just sit there and try and bring in the best players, i.e., what Chelsea done, and then take a risk. They didn't do that. They came in, they said, you know what? This is a process. We know what our process is. We know what we want to do. We know how we want to do it and how long it's going to take. And I feel like for them to come in and do that, for them to explain to the fans, and they're very vocal with the fans. They
Yeah,
speak with the fans. They put out proper press conferences where they say, right, this is what we're doing. They explain everything. They explain the route of what they're doing, why they're taking that route, and for owners, you that's all you want. You want the owners to be honest with you, and
transparency. Mhm.
yeah, to be transparent and show you exactly what their route is, what they plan to do on the way to get into their final project and or their final aim and the final picture, how it's supposed to look at the end. And I feel like for you guys got the dream owners because they're not rushing into anything. They know they got Tonali, which is massive, and
Mm.
obviously we will get into the squad and who's in the squad, but overall I just think it's very good to see Newcastle because I respect Newcastle as a club, man. Listen, at the end of the day, Newcastle, I respect it. I know a lot of fans from Newcastle that are good people, so including yourself. So, you know, I respect the club. I respect the club a lot. But um, going into the next topic, I think we should speak about. Well, actually, since I brought it up, we should let's speak about the squad because the way he's gotten a tune out of a lot of these players. It's like it happened overnight. It's like it happened
Mm.
overnight. It wasn't even like you were shit for a bit and then from where you were shit. It wasn't like you were shit, carried on to get shit, and then you bought a player, and then it got a bit better, and then it got a bit better. It's just
Mhm.
like these players just woke up all
It's
of a sudden.
coaching,
You
bro.
know what?
Mm.
And I feel like coaching played a big part in that, like you said.
Definitely.
But what's your thoughts on the squad? Because you must be so high. You got so many fighters in that squad, man. So
Yeah, they're playing for. They're definitely playing for Eddie and the fans. So just before we get onto that, just quickly on the owners. The
yeah,
owners
yes.
did put in they like gave it like a repaint. Like they did like get me. We're trying to do these little sport boxes as well. We're trying to build up outside the stadium, little fan zones. There's a lot of things that they're putting in place, and they're in talks right now. They're trying to get the stadium expanded by at least 13 to 14,000 extra capacity. But obviously, there's houses next to it, so like, there's a lot of things they're doing with the community. Like it's deep. They pump money into the training ground, bruv. Like a big revamp. What they can do so far at the moment. I think they're going to try and get a new training ground. So the owners, they're not playing games, bro. They're in this, and we're going to call it sports washing, whatever it is. They're in it for the long haul. Now, coming to when Eddie's coming with the squad, etc. When he came in, you got to remember, and we broke history. Usually, a team, your our first 14 games, we didn't win none, and usually that kind of record, that team goes down.
Mm.
Everyone said we're going down. Even I thought we were going down because it's not because of Eddie, but I thought it's a bit too late. It's a wrap, and most people thought, you know what? Let's just go down and start again. It's a waste of time. We might have to go down and start. But Eddie came in, first few games, the one that really like it was okay. She was trying to get it was a start of it, innit? Of a process. Trying to get the players on side, trying to see how they are, how fit they are they ready for the intensity? There's a lot of regimes he changes. Even just the environment as a feel good factor. Do you get what I'm saying? So he's coming, first few games, got knocked out by what was it? Was it Cambridge or something like that? At the
I
FA
think
Cup, I
so,
think.
yeah.
That was like, bro, I was like, no, like that was like a big low, like, oh. But it was that Leeds game when Shelby scored away, must win. Ever since that Leeds game, we haven't looked back. Ever since then, and then in the end, I think we finished ninth.
Yeah,
That's crazy, bro.
It-
Ninth,
I think the points
or
difference,
11th, or 11th, or something like that.
but either way, from where you were to where you finished in the
Bro,
league,
rock bottom, bro.
it was crazy. It was crazy how it'd been done. I couldn't even because I remember I think you came to our stadium that season. I can't remember what the score was. I was at the game. And
Not
we're
the
all
0-0 one.
chanting. Nah, I think it
That was
was
next season.
one
Yeah,
before. I think it was one before. Let me
yeah.
just.
That same team, but with Eddie Howe.
But I think so. I think
Yeah.
so. Let me double check because I'm sure. But either way, listen. From when you were coming to teams, there was no sense of respect. Now, when you come to teams, it's completely different, bro. It's night and day from how you were in that season to where you were in the end. It was night and day. It was like you finally got control of everything. He finally was able to turn the switch or flick the switch and like make these players actually play. And for me, I just, you know what, when a manager can come in and make that difference, you can see that sometimes even when the players are necessarily bad, as
Mm.
they say, some players all they need to do is be coached properly, and they
That's
can
what I'm saying,
turn it
brother.
around.
And a bit of confidence because what he done when he came in. Let's say look at the likes of Almiron and Joe Linton. Like Joe Linton, when the takeover came, those were the first two of surplus to requirements, get a little change out, a little money out of them. You understand? Joe Linton is now a Brazilian consistent international, bro.
Mhm.
Man plays in the midfield now, it's crazy. You put confidence in them, men them believe in themselves. Joe Willox, the Almiron one is mad because what it was before he came in, we never played how we play now, like intensity and playing way up, further up the pitch. That's what Almiron needs to be. But Almiron was always sitting deep, so you're not going to see the real quality. Joe Linton, need a bit of confidence, coaching. Eddie saw something. You're a bit of a monster. Like, let me put you in the midfield and play a 4-3-3. So most of the players are there, even now. Like, look at the Champions League, 1-4-1. Most of the scorers are from the old school days, the relegation days, bro. Fabian Schär, you couldn't even get a game under Bruce. Longstaff, Almiron. So that's why I big up Eddie and Tinsdale and the coaching staff because a lot of this is to do with beautiful coaching with a touch of couple stars like Isaacs, etc., and so on. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So Trippier, Nick Pope, etc. So it's a fine balance, and we ain't even started yet. Do you get what I'm saying?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, and it's crazy. Um, oh, you know what, Ricky, this is what we will speak about this. He said this Newcastle side is starting to look like 2019 Ajax side, but then again, it's only been 2 games in the Champions League. We will speak about that because the Champions League, hey, listen, They've started off well. I can't lie. I thought that it is gonna be. We'll speak about it. We'll speak about it when we get to it. But just overall in the squad, I think Joe Linton's turn was crazy. I can't lie. When I was watching this guy play before, I was like, bro, he's dog shit. He can't do nothing. He's useless in front of goal.
Yeah.
But then if you look at his old games, you'd always see that he tended to drop deep and try and help with build up.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I feel like Eddie Howe saw that and said, right, he likes to drop deep and he likes to help with the build up, and he's good when he drops and when he helps with the build up, but it's just his final finish is poor. So and
the confidence was gone by then. Remember, they gave him a number 9 straight away, bro, and then played him up because for Hoffenheim, he wasn't necessarily playing in that central role anyway. So you came to a new country, you chucked in the number 9 shirt. There you go, get on with it. Madness, bro. And the confidence went. But now he can score goals for fun, bro. Defend, attack. He's got a little boldness about him, you get me? Like, he's confident, bro. Like, he's a fighter as well.
I think that's just confidence, and he's added a lot of physicality. Listen, at the end of the day, even with a player like Bruno Gomes, who you lot brought in, between him, Joe Linton, now Tonali in that squad, and even to be honest, Joe Willock, he was a big fighter in that midfield.
Proper man.
That midfield will always just you'd win the physicality battles
and intensity, bro. It's madness.
Exactly, because the press is there, and when you need to press, you press. When you need to go shoulder to shoulder, listen. If Joe Linton goes shoulder to shoulder with someone, he's winning it most of the time.
Yeah,
I saw it at my ground when I was watching him. I was at the 0-0 against.
That match, yeah.
And that one, I was pissed off because Joe Linton was just killing us, bro. This guy was going in for one or battles with shoulder battles and that. And he dropped to the floor and he started laughing, bro. And this guy just walked away, bro. I'm like, bro, this guy's a fucking wind-up merchant, bro.
But now, trust me, we've got a few wind-ups in there. I don't know if it's on purpose or what, because they started calling us the dark arts, in it. Like last season, everyone hated us, bro. Like I was thinking, like, bro, what's going on? Like they proper hating us, time wasters. They're saying all these new rules coming in because of Newcastle with extra times added on. But yeah, man, I think what Eddie done is the intensity, the pressing I like because it's collective and it's organized. So. And you have to be on point. If one man is not collectively doing the press at the right coherent time, it messes up everything. And so he drilled and drilled and drilled and drilled. And they learned quite quick. He drilled it in him. And I think because they believe in him as well, and they like him, it makes it easier for the players to be like, you know what, we're on board. You've got a few seniors there, Trippier. Do you get what I'm saying? So the collective, it's just an organization. And they're all on the same page. That's it. You get me? So there's no egos in there either. It's like they said, they've said it themselves many a times. They're like a little family. There's no egos. There's no Mbappes, and you get me? It's just collective.
That's the thing, because you bring in players, but you need to bring in the right players. You need to bring in players that exactly have the right mentality that can follow what the whole route or the way you're trying to
the idea, vision,
exactly, to the vision, exactly. That's the word.
Eddie even said it. Eddie said that no matter who you are or how much you can ball, before he looks at the ability, he looks at the player's mindset and their background. He made that very clear publicly.
Exactly.
What are they about? What's their background? You get me? Like old school, like almost old school, like. You get me? Like, what kind of personality are they? You get me? Like, are they a party boy? Like, what? Are they married? Are they? You get what I'm saying? So it's very important to him.
Alex Ferguson thinking, man.
Exactly. Yes, I've seen the documentary. Yeah.
Alex Ferguson was always like that. He would personally go and meet. He'd go to their houses, sit with
old
their family. the old school way of
Due
managing.
diligence, bro.
They go to their house, they sit with their family, they see what their family's like, they see what they're like around their family. They're like,
Lifestyle.
okay, if you go, because what you want to try and avoid, because your club is wealthy, is you want to try avoid these money signings that come
Prima
in.
donnas, man.
Yeah, you want to try and avoid the ones that come there solely for the money. They just want, because eventually you're going to get to a point where you're going to have to start paying players
Anything,
higher wages.
of course.
So you want to avoid those players who go there for extremely high wages and then do bugger all. They just sit there. They don't give you the right mindset. They don't give you that determination to say, you know what, I'm going to go out there. I want to fight for this badge.
Trust
Like,
me.
I support the team. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you want. When I see Joe Linton, when I see Bruno Gomes, they look like they're fighting. They look like they support Newcastle. And if they don't win, they're going to be pissed off later.
They fight for the fans, bro. And the fans will always support them, win, lose, or draw. Even on the real, really dog shit days, like against Brighton, that's the one game that really pissed me off. But the fans that were there, solidarity, bro, to get me, because they know more kind of players. They leave everything on the pitch. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, there's a good, everyone's on the same page, bro. The ownership, the PIF, the staff, the players, the fans, the community in general. Everyone's all on the same page, bro. It's like almost was like Newcastle against the rest of the world. Like we're not. You know what I'm saying?
But I think it's because the thing is, when you look at Newcastle, they're always, when you look at their stadium to start off with, I think their stadium is on par with the big boys in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's a big stadium. Nice stadium, big stadium.
I mean? Your stadium is a lot, and the thing is, your stadium as well has the away end. The away end is terrible.
Yeah, way up. It's but I'll be pissed.
I've been to it before, bro. You can't do nothing, man. I'm trying to. We're trying to
hear you, bro.
You can't even hear us, bro. You can't even hear us, man. We're trying to sing our hearts out, bro.
Especially our fans as well. We're noisy already as it is, bro.
Exactly. So
blood you out, yeah.
I feel like the fact that they done that was so smart. So smart.
That's messed up though, but yeah.
It was smart because it's like, bro, okay, we'll do what the rules require us to have an away section. We have to have an away section. It's like the owners that made the stadium just said, you know what? Forget about it. Let's just put them all the way up there.
Way up there, bro.
Irrelevant. We don't need to hear them, man.
Yeah, trust me. It's a long walk up the stairs as well.
Oh, mate, don't tell me, man. Don't tell me, bro. I was out of breath, man. I had to stop a couple of times. You know what it was? Bro, you know when you have to stop and just hold on to the railing, bro, and just wait.
Nah, I feel that for everyone, bro. I promise you, bro.
I'm like, damn, bro. I'm young and I'm still going out, bro. It's crazy.
Bro, exactly, bro. Like, it's mad, bro. I got tired just from going up the Emirates stairs right to the top. And that's nothing compared to that. So I can only imagine, bro. Forgive me.
God damn, Emirates stairs, man. Emirates stairs. You know what? Yeah, the first time I went to the Emirates, those stairs confused me because you know how you go up them and then there's another stairs going up.
Yeah, it's mad. It's bare there.
I got confused, bro. And I went downstairs. I went upstairs. I was going downstairs. I was going upstairs again.
Oh, I love it, bro. Yeah.
I was like, bro, what's going on? I was hella young, bro. So, but I got hella confused, bro. Because sometimes the stairs get confusing. But you know what? I do want to move on to the UCL because I feel like this is a big thing for Newcastle, getting back to UCL.
Big time, bro.
In the UCL.
Big boy.
When I say competing, I genuinely say competing because
that's what we're there for, man.
When you guys were in the UCL, you got top 4 last season, and a lot of people said, "Oh, look at the group of death. Newcastle were last. There's no way they're making it out of that group." I said, nah, man. I even had arguments with people. I said, no, I genuinely think Newcastle could do something. I think they got something for Milan. I think they got something for even with PSG. I said already, if they come, big up to the Red Pitch podcast, big up man, big up Kev, man. But I said already, like if teams from Europe go to St James's Park, it's different because, like we said, that stadium and the away end is not the same as when they go to.
And you know what? To touch on that, it's where that the Red Pitch podcast has popped up because he said the same thing you said, and people are laughing at him, kind of because I didn't even think of that what you just said or he said. Like, well, most people said the few people like don't underestimate Newcastle because you go to their ground, the atmosphere is going to be mental on a normal day, let alone a big ceremony of 20 years. Like it's been, I remember 20 years ago we was in the Champions League, and I keep saying I've waited 20 years for this, but I wasn't even waiting because I didn't think it was coming, bro. Anyway, I didn't think about Champions League a year ago. I wasn't thinking about that, bro. This is crazy, let alone a Conference League. So in that terms, I rate you for that because you say people say group of death, but I think they are more looking at the history and the name of the teams. Not saying oh they're anything. I just felt that this group is for me it's balanced. There's no one. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's anyone's. It's free for all. That's how I see the group. Milan, we should have got battered, but we had a plan. It worked. Bit nervy. PSG at home. Anyone we play at home, trust me, bro. It's going to be a shock. PSG saw that, and Mbappe saw that. Dortmund are going to see that as well, bro.
But even your performance against Milan, when you went over to Italy, I don't even think that was a bad performance necessarily. Your first away game.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I wanted what I usually see, but like I said, it's your first game. It's a bit nervy. We come off a couple of bad results. That's not, and that stadium is a different kind of atmosphere, boy. Like, you get me? So for me, it was a good point to get. Never lost. And now we're top of that group right now. So, yeah, exactly. Bro.
The thing is, you have to look at it like this as well, yeah? You're coming in, a lot of these players, I don't think they've played, unless I think Isaac might have played Champions League before.
No, I don't think I think it's just maybe I can't remember. Maybe he's about more Bruno Guimaraes and Kieran Trippier and Tonali. You get me?
So those are the guys. They're probably the only ones who
regulars. Yeah.
Almiron, that guy is just, I don't know what's up with that guy, right? He's like a little firecracker, bro. You know,
bro, he just don't stop, bro. He don't stop. He's just like
he's just running. You know, like the
like a winding machine, bro. He just get me.
You know the Energizer Bunny. That's right.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That kind of bro. When he's on it, bro, like don't, bro. Almiron, man, bro. I didn't expect like I knew what he could do because I saw that similar in the MLS. But that's the MLS league, isn't it? But where he's a big hero there, Atlanta. But bro, what he's like, bro. When he's on, yeah, I can't really describe him, bro. He's just, you get me. He's got, he's just energetic. You know what he wants to do, but can you stop him? Once he gets that space where he's looking left foot or to finesse it, that's it, bro. You get me? Like Almiron's doing his thing, man. Big up to Almiron. Like, get me?
100%. And you know what? I think they brought that same belief that they had in the Premier League. You know. That same belief that they had in the Premier League, they brought that and tried to replicate it into the Champions League. And if I'm looking at a team that can really surprise somebody, I think it's Newcastle because I really think they can make it out of that group. If there's any way they top that group, then mate, we have to start speaking about this Newcastle team.
That's what bro.
How far can they go?
But bro, look, man, I'm more waiting for after this Dortmund game, which is at home. Then I'll have a full clear idea if we're gonna get. Well, we can get out of this group anyway. You get what I'm saying? If you keep focus, like everyone says, it's our home form that will help us. You get me? So we have PSG. That was a statement, bro. Yeah, you can call them oh, the PSG are not as good and all this nonsense. Like, we can't win, bro. If PSG had a battered us 4-1, they would have said Newcastle ain't ready. You made a poor team beat you.
Mhm.
But then you beat up a so-called poor team which has Mbappe, Moani, Dembele, all these big. Are you mad, bro? And they still just give us our flowers and say, yo, well done. You get me? 'Cause we pissed a lot of people off. 'Cause everyone was mocking it. And then that day, when we battered PSG, I didn't hear nothing, bro. All the naysayers were quiet, bro. Get me? Because
I
everyone's
was
like, raw. Can't start doing their thing, bro. So, and that's a statement win because Dortmund and the likes of all other teams, they're going to be looking at like, boy, who the hell is this? You get what I'm saying? Don't fuck
no,
around, bro.
and the thing is, yeah, about that PSG game, like I was just surprised. Of all things, I was surprised because I said, okay, maybe it will be like a 1-0. I think they'll hold them, and then Newcastle can get a goal, maybe even 2 goals. Yeah. And even if you went like and scored and won by 1-0 or 2
Yeah.
0 the
Why they would
fans
have
would
been
be
big?
going crazy anyway. The
So,
fans would have been
trust me,
going
bro.
crazy. They would have been celebrating in the streets, of
Yeah.
course. But the fact that you lot beat them 4-1, it was 4-1.
Battered them, bro. Battered them.
It's
Not even beat, battered
crazy.
them.
It is crazy.
That
Like,
last goal, icing on the cake, bro. That's
bro,
a Fabian Share special.
it was share, bro. And the thing is,
They
he's
weren't
not
ready
the
for
first
that, bro.
time he's done that, innit?
No, that's his special. That's normal for him. But they weren't ready for that. You get me? That's why you saw Mbappe's face. He was just like, Mbappe was
bro.
like, you know what? Just take me home, bro. Done out here, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
trying to
tired
go
now.
back
Home time.
to Paris,
It's
bro.
cold. It's cold, bro. His life's cold. We're getting battered. Dead. And then look what he done in midweek against Netherlands. When I saw that in international break, I was like, raw, almost reminded, like, bro, he can do that when he wants to turn up. Because I felt, what's his name? Enrique, tactical was naive or almost insulting. I felt like he just complete attack, tried to anyway. Like the plays he put on the pitch and the setup, I think he didn't really do his due diligence and just thought, oh, whatever. But he got a bloody wake up call. You get me?
He really undermined you guys and just thought that
Yeah.
he didn't have to put in that much thought into the tactically putting out the right team. Like, you know what I mean? So for me, I look at that and I'm like, right, these guys can really do something. I think Newcastle could really get far. But in your mind, if you are to try and say how far do you see you guys getting, or where would you be not necessarily happy, because I know even just being in the Champions League is like crazy right now, but like where would you hope to get? I know obviously winning it is like far away. We never know, man. You never know. You never know if Newcastle ever won
By the game, bro.
Listen. He put it like this, yeah, bro. Sharp put it correctly, yeah. I said if Newcastle win the Champions League before Arsenal do, I'd do something imaginable, bro. I'm gonna
I like that one, yeah.
things, bro. I'm gonna be going around fucking screaming, bro, because there's no way I've been in the Champions League for ages, bro, and never won it. And then Newcastle's coming straight up. There we go.
Trust me, bro. You never know, bro. Like, I'm not gonna get ahead of myself in it because I'll be real with you. Once we got in, even that Milan game, I was gassed before. Then the Milan game, and I've seen other games that I really took note of this Champions League because I don't know when I'm gonna be in it again. So I'm really embracing everything in all the teams in it. And when I check it, I'm like, this is the biggest elite club competition for a reason. Like, it's not a joke, bro. It's big boy business. You get what I'm saying? It's the likes of Liverpool and Chelsea and Tottenham ain't in, but that's another day. But this is the big boy leagues, bro.
Yeah.
And like, it's mad. Like, what I think we can get, because I'm so optimistic and we don't fear no one and all that kind of like, what? We're nothing to lose, bro. There's no pressure on us. Are you crazy? So, and I think low key we're deep down going for it. Trust me. Like, because we're in it to win it. You don't finish full just for the sake of it, turn up for the numbers. Like, nah, bro, we're in it. We're competing in it. As we stand, we are competing.
Yeah.
So if you ask me top of my head, just to be without sounding too crazy, I don't embarrass myself. I say, why can't we get to a quarter final? Why not?
Mm.
If you finish top of that group, why can't we get to a quarter final? You know what I'm
I
saying?
think you know what I think genuinely you could possibly get to the quarterfinals, depending on
Possibly, yeah.
how many. In I think in the knockout stages, it's the
Gets
home
techie.
games that are really gonna but it's the home games that are really gonna help you guys out. So,
Yeah.
for instance, what would be more favorable for you is to go away first, go to the away stadium,
I
and
think everyone
then
wants
have
that.
the home exactly, and then have the home game after. But for you guys especially, just because of listen, your home stadium, we already said it, man. It's
It's a
crazy. But
fortress, bro.
I think for you guys to have that, that would be the perfect way for you guys to go into these knockout games, because then you come back and you got to fight for it in case you like losing like 2-0. Let's just
Yeah.
say you can bring that back at home. I think you can bring that back at home.
And it's a knockout stages, bro. From there, for that moment, knockout stages, it's not necessarily anyone's game, but it kind of is because funny things can happen. And there's no way it goes. You know what I'm saying? So it's straight. Who can fire the most? You get me? Like, I wish that game against PSG was a bloody knockout quarterfinal, mate. You get me? I
Oh my
wish.
god, that would have been crazy. Can you imagine if it
Mental.
was a semi-final or a final? Oh my god, that would
But
have
I
been
can only dream, innit? But you got tough teams in there.
nah.
You got Arsenal. You got Arsenal in there. Yeah, you lost against Lons. I see it as a one-off. Arsenal to me are a big factor in this Champions League. People can talk about Man City right now. They're blatantly favourites as well. Madrid, Bayern. You got teams in there, bro. Like, so it ain't no easy fiat, and it's still kind of early days. So who knows, man?
Nah, 100%. And we're just gonna finish off on the Premier League, because obviously looking at you guys on the in the Premier League,
We're back, man. We're coming back, man. Don't
I
play with us,
think
bro.
I think with this season, we got Staffy come and show
Man,
some
like
love.
Staffy, yeah. Big up to Staff.
Big up. But I feel like coming into the season, there was not necessarily a bit of a drop off, but I feel like the start of the season for you guys, I think it was one of the hardest, wasn't it?
It was techie, man.
You had to
Bro, you know what the thing was
you had
like.
to you had to play Man City. You had to play.
We played Villa first. So before we even batted Villa, just the look of we battered them, bro. Open up like a anyway, I won't get into it. Yeah, a hole in the street corner. But what I'm saying is, so we had Villa, even before we had them, I said we don't fear no one. Everyone's gassed on Villa, play them, battered them. And I thought this is gonna be sick going into the Man City Liverpool game. Man City, I felt we were a bit shy that game, but it was 1-0, cool. So where Etihad, no one really gets results there. Liverpool pumped up for that one. We were boiling them off on the pitch, bro. I said, yes, bruv. That could have broke our whole season. What happened against Liverpool?
Hmm.
I nearly smashed my whole phone, my lights, my TV. I nearly set my house on fire, bro. I said, I'm done with this. I couldn't face no one on my phone. Social media was long. I couldn't believe what I saw, bro.
Hmm.
Down to 10 men, Liverpool, I was gassed. Nunes comes on, and I can't stand their man as it is. Well, Klopp anyway. And then that, bruv, shattered us. Playing against Brighton, that was dross, bruv. That performance against Brighton reminded me of the Bruce days, bro. And I thought, what's happening? But if I go through the bad patches, that can only help. Sometimes you need to go through that again to remind you. And Eddie Howe, kudos to him and the players. He rose them up again. Nick Pope's a bit shaky right now, but he still had his heroic moments. And I think we're slowly getting back. Battered Sheffield
Yeah,
United 8-0. Come on, broke records. Don't care about
that
Sheffield
was crazy.
United.
That
Man
was
City
crazy.
could have battered them there. We battered them 8-0. 8 different players. That's their. I felt bad in some senses because obviously the whole ceremony was for Maddie Cusack, the woman, female Sheffield United player. She passed away, innit? Like she was young as well. Like so, I felt the emotions watching the stadium, and then I remember it was like 3-0, and I said, you know what, like let's call it a day now because it's not nice. You get me? But bruv, no one was holding back, bruv. It was just doing our jobs, 8-0. That's it. And we're back, man. Got a little results. We're good, man. Beat not Man City and the League Cup. We're good to go, man.
Yeah, and I think your next, because obviously you just come off a game against West Ham where
Yeah, I was there. Oh, should have won that, man. But yeah.
but your next fixtures coming up is coming up against
Palace.
Crystal Palace at home.
Yep.
Then you're at home again against Dortmund,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got Wolves away, and then
Yep.
Man United away, and then
Yep.
Arsenal at home. So
Oh, after that soon, yeah. Okay, that should be interesting.
you know, at the end of the day, the Man United one, that's the EFL, that's the
Yeah,
EFL, that's the League
I know,
Cup.
yeah.
So at this point in there where they are, mate, you should smack them anyway. But
Yeah, I'm confident.
I would be confident going up against Man United, and they're not really anything to shout or scream about. But yeah, listen, Crystal Palace, I'm not really gonna count that one because you'll beat them easily. Wolves, they can't score to save their life. You'll beat them easily.
But they're tough though, still. They're tough though.
I feel like they just won against Man City because
Mm.
there was times in that game where they just, if you don't take your chances, eventually the lower team is just gonna come out of nowhere and just hit you with one.
Feel
Spot.
confident too, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's like a fighter that doesn't, that's outweighed by the other fighter, has not got enough experience as the other fighter, but the
Mm.
other fighter just isn't knocking him down. All of a sudden, the inexperienced fighter just gets one clean hit, bro. Hits the chin, he's done.
Yeah, it's
He's
one of them
done.
ones, yeah. Trust.
But, and then obviously you play in the League Cup against Man United, but then you got Arsenal, and I feel like Arsenal, that game, you got us on a Saturday, and then on the Tuesday you have Dortmund away. So that I think is going to be the difficult. Those are going to be two difficult fixtures for you guys coming up. Obviously, the Dortmund one is going to be difficult as well, but listen, you're at home, so I expect you guys to.
Yeah. I think you know what,
Yeah,
bro? We just take everything in our stride. Our only concerns is our bloody squad depth, bro. Because the games, like, even as a fan, I ain't used to this, bro. Like, it's like games after games after games. Like the City game, I low key thought I would probably lose, which is understandable. So I thought I would be out of that, but no, we're still in the cup now. So that it's just games after games. I'm more concerned about the squad depth and the health of the squad rather than what's difficult and what's not. Man ain't even watching that. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Can't wait, yeah.
yeah. He was talking about that show, the show on
Okay,
Hassan's channel.
okay, you
That's
want fire, yeah, you want smoke.
Staffy's gonna be in there, man. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
Staffy's there, yeah. My
Lads,
God, my
we're
God,
gonna
big up
troll
Staffy.
them. We're gonna troll them though. We're gonna troll them. You know what I mean? Big up Jim Ratcliffe, innit?
Mm.
But even I think there's an injury to what's his name, who's picked up an injury now. The left winger uh that you got from
Oh,
what's his name?
Bond.
That's it, Harvey Barnes.
Yeah, no, he's fucked. He's fucked about. But there's not been chatting about him.
He,
No point. He's fucked for like 2 months.
he's,
He's
he's,
fucked.
he's gone. He's gone for a long time, innit?
About a month and a half. Yeah, his toes. He fucked his toe up, man. Yeah,
You know what?
that was a blow, man. That I felt for him, and I felt for us as a club. Like, oh, like just relying on Gordon. You get me? Like, it's mad.
I feel like Gordon's taken
He's
it
on
on,
fire, bro.
and
He's
and
doing his
he's
thing.
and he said, you know what? I've got my opportunity now. Let me
Now he's on
play.
it, bro. He's on it.
See what
He's
I'm
on it.
doing.
He's
You know what I
on
mean?
it, bro. He's in a zone, bro. So it's kind of sad when he got that extra yellow card that made him miss the game against West Ham. But yeah, man.
Yeah. And obviously, Shah saying, "Call me crazy. I think Harvey Barnes is better than Trashford."
I don't blame him thinking that, bro. Barnes is low key good, man. He does his thing, man. Started off decent for us as well, but that injury, man, it's his foot or toe. Sad. Big up to Shaw, man.
No, big up, big up, big up. And you know what? I feel like just to end this off, I want to just speak about one player who I think personally, I think he's gonna play a massive role on the future of you guys. which is Alexander Isak.
Of course, you're gonna bring up Alec. Of course, you're gonna bring him up. Big
And
boy Bruno.
I have to, bro. Because the thing is, yeah, when I see him,
I'm glad everyone likes him now because I was. But you man could have got him. You went in
that's
for
what
him,
I'm saying. We went in for him and we didn't get him.
but you didn't trust it.
Now I'm jealous in it because
And if Matthew's at Arsenal,
does,
gee, brother, bro, he will suit you man nicely, bro.
If he was at
Honorary
Arsenal,
type.
I think he gets 20 plus goals. I
Bro,
think
because even Newcastle this season might get 20 plus if stage fit.
Yeah.
Bro, look, man. But Arsenal is a different kind of kettle of fish, isn't it? So when you're at Arsenal and you're under pressure, that's why you see that. That's why you see the likes of Brighton. You know, people say stuff like, "Oh, look at Brighton. They're finding these players and gems." You know when they say that, that's because teams like that are allowed to try that. You think Arsenal can go out and buy 6 players, youngsters that never heard of, bruv, and if it goes wrong, could you imagine the riots outside the Emirates? So the Isak thing, yeah, he had more of a profile already, but there wasn't too sure about it. Even the guy from Red Pitch Podcast, he used to kind of like have bants about him, like, I don't want Isak, bro. I don't want Isak. But I've always been onto him from a long time. But I'm not gonna sit here and chat shit and act like I knew he would do this.
Yeah.
I didn't know he would be that so soon. That I didn't know he even had that in him. I've seen little things for Sweden, but he's fitting, bruv. Bruv. I watched him against West Ham. His feet, man, different. Definitely honorary. Not saying he's honorary, but he's got that honorary-esque kind of thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's young as well, like, so yeah, man.
And then man said MCFC protocol said Bruno is still your best player. Is Bruno Gomes? Who do you think is your best?
He's the most important player. He's been a bit on and off recent, but he's the most important player when he's when he's on. You get me? I hear what MCFC saying, but for me, man, yeah, he's an important one, but not the. I don't think I would say best. I think our best player is Alexander Isak. For me, most important, maybe Bruno. Most influential, Kieran Trippier.
Kieran Trippier. Oh my god.
Influential types, you know.
Last season was one of the best right backs in the league. Actually, the best.
No, he was, bro. Yeah,
I think he's the best right back in the league. So I can't even say one of the.
I still say Kyle Walker, but in terms of what we've seen, like Trippier's done nothing wrong, bro. Trippier's been cold.
I think if you look at it last season,
Trippier all day long.
It was Trippier
all day long.
Then Kyle Walker. I have to put Ben White second, bro, because I'm sorry, bro. If you transfer from centre back to right back and you play like that, you have to get shouted out, bro. You have to get shouted out.
Ben White's cold, man. I'll give Ben White his flowers, man.
He said, here we go. He says, I watch Newcastle a lot. Everything goes through him. Without him, you won't do anything offensive. He's your
good point. Yeah, but
very good comparison.
But this is what I'm saying, though. So I like this guy. He knows his stuff. But this is what I'm saying. He's the most important. Like, trust me. Especially like last season, certain times early on in the season, before it was the end. If he ain't ticking, like, you see a big change. You get what I'm saying? You see a big change. He's what makes things go. Do you get what I'm saying? So you can put Longstaff in that bracket, not put him in the Bruno thing, but Longstaff is the low key one where you think, if he's out the team, it don't matter. But trust me, he's our runner. So that's what good balance, bro. But yeah, Bruno is definitely when he's on it fully, he's our man, no doubt. He's important.
And even Tonali, I wanted to ask you about Tonali because how do you think he's settled in, bro? Because when he first came in, obviously I had questions. I was like, how is he gonna? Can he be able to settle in with the physicality of their midfield? Do you know what I mean? So, how do you think he's settled into the team?
I think he still needs a bit of time, but my whole concern is, I just don't. It's a head F, man, because for me, him and Bruno don't work together and it never will do. And that's on Eddie to sort out. that's why you start to see Tonali on the bench sometimes, and because like people think you buy Tonali to be that six, you know what I'm saying, to be that defensive, but no, Tonali, even in Bruno when he was playing that more defensive role last year, that's not what we actually bought him for.
Mm.
Tonali wants to go forward and do things with the ball. Tonali does, and Bruno Guimaraes. So even when they're working together, it's a bit. You get what I'm saying? But they'll get there. Eddie will sort it out. But for now, Eddie had to start just put him on the bench for a little bit because I think they made that they made that transition too soon, and it just broke up that midfield that we've. You get what I'm saying? So right now, he's cool with that moments, the Aston Villa game, but you will get me. Obviously, right now we've got more negative stuff about this whole betting investigation,
Mm.
all this madness going on. He
I've
doesn't
heard,
need that. No,
I've
it's
heard that
real. It's real.
apparently,
Bro. Could get a
I've heard,
free.
no, no, but I've heard that apparently it's more the other guy, isn't it? What's
No,
his name?
what it is, apparently there's a guy that plays for Juventus. There's a low key underground betting scheme thing for players because you know it's illegal to do actual betting. But on that player's phone, when they're investigating, they've seen Zaniolo and Tonali in conversations. Whether it's to do with actually betting on you in, could you part that converse in that thing? You have to get investigated. That's what it is. So I know the media hype it because there's thousands of bets apparently or loads of bets going on. And if let's say Tonali was involved in something like that, it could be up to 2 year, 3 year ban because in Italy they don't play games, and obviously that passes on to wherever league you're playing on in the world. Anyway, that's the rule, isn't it? So
Yeah,
it'll be a much worse thing than Ivan Tony. I promise you that. But
yeah, that,
we'll wait till see what the only negative thing is. It's just going to drag on and drag on. The media going to have a field day. It's Newcastle United, and you're going to keep hearing about Tonali. Is he fit for his mind to play? Is he this? Is he that? That's not good for us, bruv. We need everybody. Everybody's we need right now. So yeah, but innocent
and
till proven guilty.
exactly. Um, Here we go. Let me just go through these comments quickly before we wrap up. So Shah said we've got a few here from Shah. So I've got a hot take. I think Arsenal have a better chance of winning the UCL than the Prem. Listen, I don't know, man. I don't know at this moment in time, man, because I personally feel like the squad depth might still be an issue for us, but we need to wait and see, man, because obviously we played against Lens. It's expected that there will be a loss. Like you won't win every single away game. Some of these away games they go crazy there, man. You will have a loss. You will have like a drop off in form on one of those games. But I expect us to come out of the group comfortably. I think the next game will show us because we've got Sevilla away. That's going to be a dangerous game because Sevilla away. I rate Sevilla, even though they've lost a lot of their players. They lost the goalkeeper Bono. They still have El Nasiri. He's still, bro. El Nasiri is actually dangerous, bro. And the fact that he jumps up so high, bro. I don't know how this guy's got freaking he's got
Some
spring,
gazelle
bro.
boy.
You know when they say someone's got a spring in their step, bro. That's him.
Literally.
That's him,
Yeah.
bro. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Mm.
Um, and just another question: Sada, are you more scared about Brighton or Newcastle or Villa? If it depends. It depends because if I'm going at home, I'm more scared of. Well, actually, to be honest, I'd say more scared of Newcastle just because you have to. It's the physicality in their midfield. The physicality is what kills us every time. So I think last season, the fact that we were able to beat you guys at your home, we
Yeah.
handled that game very well. We were able to not necessarily
Jack, I
handle
was on
the
it, boy.
battles, but we were trying to get away from the physical battles, and Xhaka was just doing what he needed
He
to
was
do.
on it, man.
He was one who was taking the brunt of the physical battles on him. He was just doing everything. So at the end of the day, I'd say you guys are probably the ones that I am more scared of than the out of the three. Brighton, I think if you play your football, you can get past them. It's just at the time when we played them last season, it was It was a
That was
down.
mad.
We lost the league. We lost the league, bro. It was. I feel like the players just they switched off mentally. They switched off already. When they knew the league was gone, bro. It was. It's like they just lost some hope. They just lost some belief.
It wasn't actually good there, by the way, but yeah.
I feel like
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah. Once they lost against Man City and to lose like that, bro, 4-1, like, bro, I feel like they just mentally they just tapped.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, they tapped out, bro. They tapped out mentally, man. It's just what can I say, man? What can I
Oh,
say?
brother, man. Yeah, man.
And then he said we need Ivan Toney, man. 100%, bro. Oh my god, Ivan Toney to come to Arsenal. Oh my god, bro, I would go crazy if Ivan Toney came to Arsenal. And he
That
said
probably happened.
he said would love Bruno in that number 8 position at Arsenal with Rice beside him. Oh my
But hey, you got
god.
but ain't what's his name? Oh, the guy that the 8, the Smith Rowe, one of them man there.
So Odegaard plays ahead of them, but you have Rice in on as the 6, and you have Bruno Guimaraes as the my god, as the left 8.
But he's another player that could have went to your team as well, bro. Don't forget.
Yeah, and then he clowned us in the announcement video, so it's fine.
Did he?
Fine.
What do you mean? I thought you took that from him.
No, in the Newcastle announcement video, it shows, he's linked to Arsenal. He's linked to Arsenal. He's like, nah. I came to Newcastle. Come out of nowhere, bro. I was like, say less. I got something for you, Bruno. Next time
I actually thought it was going to you until I heard out the blue we're getting him. I was like, okay, mad. Yeah. All right, bro.
Yeah, I got one more here, which is Trippier moving like that 18-19 Trent with them crosses. Listen.
That trip is good. Yeah, distribution is bad still.
He's good. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in with us. Speckz, where can they find you?
Geordie Dread TV, man. Obviously, it's Newcastle content, but football in general, bruv. That's all I'm on. Is just football. It's not just a Newcastle thing. It's football, passionate. Geordie Dread TV. I'm Speckz, and that's it, man.
100%, guys. Listen, in the description, it's literally there. The name, you can click on it. It'll take you straight to the channel. Make sure to go over there, subscribe, show some love, and we will catch you on our next video. Thank you very much for joining me. Big up to Shah, big up to MC Protocol, big up to Divan and Tino, and big up to Tim, big up to Ilyas, big up to Sam and Staffy, EPL. Big up to yourself, my people. Much love. See you on the next one.